This is her. Denver, Colorado. KRKS is the station. Hey, Penny.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Great. How are you?
I am doing okay. I'm not your mother-in-law, though.
Okay.
Yeah, we already heard one scary mother-in-law story already. So.
Oh, well, I'll have to listen to that one.
Yeah.
Hey,
thanks for taking my call.
A penny,
I think you guys
for your
are
thoughts.
some of the heroes of the faith, so thank you.
Oh, thanks, Penny. That was really a great compliment, saying we were heroes of the faith, while Mylon was really making.
He was trying to make one of his corny jokes.
I was saying, Penny, give a penny for your thoughts.
And you know,
I'm sure you've never heard that, Penny.
No.
We've talked about him being a cornographer. So, how could we help you today, Penny?
I've got a question about stepkids and stepfamilies.
Okay.
Short story is my stepkids are 30, 17, and 15. My husband just stepped into recovery for alcohol addiction. He's got just over 6 months sober. And since he's done this, his kids have pretty much just gone away. They don't have any kind of relationship, don't respond to texts, phone calls, anything.
Since he got sober? Since he got sober, they don't have anything to do with him?
Since he got sober, yeah.
And
Did they drink with him? Did they party with him?
No. Well, the 30-year-old maybe a little bit, but we didn't see a lot of them, but we saw them occasionally, at least when he drank.
So what do you think is the reason for that?
Part of me thinks that, when Dad was drinking, that they could pretty much get away with whatever they wanted to, and that doesn't happen anymore because he remembers what he said. I mean, there's obviously a lot of things that go into it with the divorce, with his ex-wife, how she is. But I just don't know how to support him. I don't know how to encourage him or support him or. Okay, well, let me ask you this: there for him.
Is there a reason could there be a reason separate and distinct from him getting sober that just coincidentally was at the same time of that they don't want to be part of your lives?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Do they like you? Have you had a good relationship with them? No relationship? What has that been like?
We had a pretty good relationship. They had spent time over here. The son, who is the 17-year-old, he had kind of quit coming around about a year ago at this time.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of in looking at how things look, and just from some things we've heard from family, friends, and some family, is that he is probably involved in drugs now. But I don't know about the daughters so much.
Okay. All right.
So your question is how to help support your husband?
Yeah, how to help support my husband and what to encourage him in.
Well, I would encourage him to attempt on a very regular basis to reach out to his kids with voicemails and handwritten notes and asking to have a relationship with those kids. And for him to just simply keep a pattern of that going where he invites them into a relationship. He also invites them to share what they're angry at, because, the Bible says right next to honor your father and mother, it also says parents don't make your kids angry. Now, if your husband has been in recovery and is sober for 6 months, it's possible that as an alcoholic, he may have made his kids very angry, and they're choosing not to be with him now that they're old enough to be elective and have the choices.
Now he's the good guy.
Well, he may not be. He may be.
But he might be seen by them as, oh, look at him. He's acting like he's all great. And
maybe. Yeah. We just don't know. Yeah. Ask them what they're angry at and what they would like to talk about. And I think if he pursues them in a gentle manner like that, inviting to hear the good, bad, and the ugly, that someday some of them may come back in at their own timetable, and not to see them as a group of kids, but to see them, to put a name to the 30-year-old, to put a name to the 17-year-old, and a name to the 15-year-old, and to pursue them as individual people. And to, and to ask them, would you like to have an adult relationship with me as you enter into adulthood? He has to earn. He has to earn that.
Right, and I get that.
Good.
I understand
That's what I would
that.
encourage him to do.
Is your husband, Penny, talking about his distress and how his kids have distance? Is he talking about it, or are you feeling it for him?
That's a great question, Sherry.
Really both. He's getting better about saying it out loud. And really, probably in the last 3 or 4 months, he started Celebrate Recovery and really started working his program.
Good deal.
And so, yes, it's amazing. God is so good. And I have to tell you, I wouldn't have made it through a lot of the time before that if I hadn't had you guys to listen to once in a while.
No, that's great.
But he is getting better about saying, even just like I don't understand. I don't understand what I did. I don't, just voicing it. And I'm getting better in my recovery about just listening.
Good.
Well, let me ask you this. When he goes to Celebrate Recovery, do you go also?
I do.
Okay. Because I was just going to say, there's a great way to support him is go to the meetings with him and do your own thing, and you're doing that.
Well,
That's
I
great.
just got my 2-year chip.
There you
so
go.
I've been there for a while,
All
and
right.
really prayed for him to step into that.
Good
and
job.
finally, one day, I just said, "Why don't you go?" Because
Yeah,
he
okay.
believes in Jesus.
Well, I don't know that
Anyway.
we've been all that helpful, but we're out of time. And let me send you, I don't know if you have one, but I'll send you 2 Life Recovery Bibles, one for him, one for you. And anybody else, you can get those at newlife.com. Over 2 million of those Bibles are out there, so it's pretty cool.